All right, Heart Shape Booty, day 26. I have what's called a bench floor workout for you for the routine number 6. This is your 10-minute mini glute focused workout. Today we are using a bench, as the name indicates, and we're going to be seated as well as using the bench, thus the bench floor workout. The optional equipment for today to level up would be any sort of weights that you could lay across your pelvic area as well, or bands, okay? The warm-up is going to be your windshield wipers. I'll show you 2 variations of it. So we'll start the timer, 15:45 as before, and it will start with a mobility drill called the windshield wipers. Now there's 2 versions of this. Your easier version, if your hip mobility is not quite there, is to place your hands behind you to support and take both knees and just try to drop the knees, keeping your hips still on the floor as much as possible, okay? That's the easier variation. If you can open up your legs and drop the knee to where the knee lands right on the middle instep of your foot and try to just drop the knee, okay? And if you feel a lot of tightening, tight and weird sensations around your hip joints, around your upper thigh, you're doing it right. Okay, this could be extremely uncomfortable. Eventually what you're trying to do is get very good at dissociating each limb from the other and keeping your hips on the floor as it moves. So what you definitely don't want is any sort of rounding, so keep your chest up, okay? So this is a mobility drill. You don't need to like come down and hold it for 50 seconds. Just tap it down, breathe out. And adjust if you need to. Like I say, you want and something obviously wrong with my left side, but you want that tapping knee to land right in front of the middle arch, okay, of your flat foot. And then always be looking out for the differences, okay? So you don't want to be raising off the hip. Okay, so we're going back to one of our more foundational exercises for glute work, which is the hip thrust, okay? So the 2 biggest cues on the hip thrust, because depending on the height, depending on your height, depending on the height of the bench, you're going to have to adjust your body. So the most important thing is that when you come up and you're at the very top, you want your legs at a 90-90. The other cue is that you want to be looking straight ahead. So you want to keep that pelvis and contraction on. You don't want to be looking back, okay? So those are the biggest cues. So definitely come up and contract at the top, adjust your feet. You could, if it's not 90-90 at your legs, and then you could adjust the width of your feet as you need to, okay? Again, we're looking to make sure that we're feeling it in our glutes more than our quads, our hamstrings, okay? So really dig into that heel, okay? And contract at the top. And we're gonna hold it for 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. 3, 2, 1. Okay? So you should be where you're able to kind of rest your arms out to the side like this. Keep your abs tight. These are all mini or side ab exercises, okay? And keep looking straight ahead. Make that double chin, which I hate, but it's what it is. I personally have some ab cramps right now from bloating, whatever, working through it. So that was the hip thrust. Now we're going to do the high bridge. So the high bridge is where our back's on the floor, but our feet's elevated. And I love this version of the bridge. Okay, this is the one where we're able to work our lower back as well. So press the bottom of your feet against the ledge. And when you come up, the fact that your head is down and you're getting this full hip extension, you're getting your lower back involved as well on this one. So you're getting nice lower back workout as well. But send your focus to your glutes though. Okay, reset if you need to, and we'll hold it for 3, 2, 1. Okay, reset if you need to. Remember, before we do any sort of thrust or bridge, we want to press through the lower, press into the floor first, contract our glutes, contract our abs, set that position for that entire time. The only reprieve is that you get to come down slightly, but you're going to keep that ab contraction and the pelvis, the posterior tilt on the whole time, okay? Hold it for 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, remember your straight hip extension should cause a very straight line from your knees all the way down. 3, 2, 1. I'm probably sliding back a little bit here. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Remember, the whole purpose is that you really need to be feeling it in your glutes. If not, keep working on it and adjusting as needed. Okay, I think we have the single leg hip thrust now. Okay, so the difference between this and the regular hip thrust is that now we're going to keep the hinge on, okay? And as this one leg comes back, we are going to go ahead and tilt back, okay? And we'll stay on one side. So this is, you kind of have to find your position here where you're not going to, be so uncomfortable digging into your lower back, because now you're putting more weight as your back is against this bench. So use a yoga mat or something. So this one, we're keeping the hinge and our neck is following our spine, okay? Holy Jesus. All right, I really could use a mat, but we're just gonna suck it up, buttercup. All right, so this case, so hinge down and up. You should really feel that contraction. Okay, so not only am I bloated, I have an insane headache, and this is actually making my headache worse. But anywho, again, suck it up, buttercup. Exhale on the top, hold it, squeeze if you can, and come down. So remember this one, we're not keeping our gaze to the front, we're letting our eyes follow the neck, okay? Holy Jesus, that was without any weights, okay? Maybe I'm just super weak. Oh, the QL slide. You could do this on the floor or make use of the bench for your stretch. We're gonna do one side at a time. What we wanna do is, the bottom leg is what's being stretched. So if you wanna put your elbow up to the side, okay? But what we're going to do is end up starting in sort of a quadruped position, okay? As we then turn in order to slide one leg down and basically create a dipping shape, right, with your upper body. So it looks like this. As you press up, okay? And you're basically trying to stretch out this left side as much as possible while this leg crosses over, okay? So the higher you come up on your hands and press into the hands, the more you're going to get a stretch along this hip, okay? So if you want to position yourself square, then kind of turn over, because we want to get a little bit onto the inside, okay? So this is, for whatever reason, a better side for me. And just let the hip drop. So let the weight of that hip cause that stretch, and you can play around with where this leg comes forward. So you're really working your bottom leg, stretching the and it's called a QL stretch because you're getting into your QL area for the lower back. All right, I just wish I could hang out right here, but that was 10 minutes. Okay, that was your bench floor exercise. Give that a go. That one is actually really good for to hit your foundational bridge / thrust exercises. So keep that in mind whenever you feel like you really just don't want to go too fancy. You just want to stick to the basics and the foundational glute work. Okay, see you next time.